Bay is clear, raising shield. Beginning pressurization. Gravity generators are active. Ah! Who the hell left this scaffold in the bay?
Okay, thrusters are set. Do we have our heading then?
We are locked in towards JV 124.
JV 120. I vaguely recognize that designation. What kind of distance are we talking about here? Just how far are we traveling?
The total distance is approximately 38.52 light years. Our estimated travel time is 107 years.
100. They couldn't even give us any games for the trip.
I have no doubt that our secondary mission will keep us occupied.
Secondary? I wasn't told about a secondary mission.
That is irregular.
Yeah, I guess they were in a hurry? Maybe they figured you knowing would be good enough.
Our secondary mission is exploration.
Exploration? But what would we be exploring besides JV 124?
We will be intercepting and surveying a number of stellar bodies predicted to be rich in valuable elements.
Right, okay, I guess that makes sense. How many stops are we planning on making?
We should be stopping at 4 star systems before reaching our final destination.
Alright, how long before we reach the first stop then?
We will reach the Verinox system in 27 years.
And I'm sure you know what's expected of me during these expeditions. I guess it makes sense, right? That they would... Is that why they...
Is something amiss?
Yeah, don't worry about it.
Take your time. You haven't asked many questions, and
It's not important.
your concerns are important. You're the only other member of this team, after all. Sitting alone in your own mind doesn't have a good track record, and it's not like we have much to do for the next while. I want things to go well with my only companion for the next century.
I'm sure I'm just overreacting. They need the mission to succeed. It's not like they'd send me expecting failure, right?
They would not, though if they have any sense, they will have accounted for potential failures. Your true concern seems to be the lack of information and preparedness, correct?
Well, yeah, honestly. I haven't been told much of anything, aside from the fact that the Acropolis is overpopulated and the only way to fix it is with a planet-side colony. That isn't even an exaggeration. I'm literally flying blind into open space.
I see. Well, there's quite a bit I can provide, which leads to something that may reassure you. You do not have the information you require yet, to a striking and obvious extent. So much so it seems deliberate, or at least accounted for. That's part of why I'm here, to educate and train you further. I wasn't given the full briefing on how little you were told, but that won't be an issue.
You weren't fully informed either? Why? I'm sorry, I don't understand. Why would they do that? I have so many questions.
Relax. I'm just surprised by how little you were told. I still have more than enough information for you. That detail was missing, but I have a massive database ready to go. Far easier to dump that onto a machine than try to rapidly flash lifetimes of knowledge into brain tissue. As for why you weren't trained more on station, it's as I said. Your training's still ongoing. Here, instead of in that crowded station. Plus, I think I'm a better instructor than they could be.
Sorry. I don't doubt that you are. I guess I'm just a bit overwhelmed. It feels a bit like I had a video shoved into my brain and then got pushed out an airlock with the weight of, God, thousands of people on my shoulders. Alright, well, honestly, I'm not entirely sure what questions I even need to ask. I guess, to start off, are there any other objectives I should know about?
Nothing beyond what you now know. Our primary mission is to build a colony equipped with a cloning Nexus and make contact with the Acropolis. There's an Ansible comms satellite in orbit around JV-120 Star we will be using. Our secondary mission is valuable mineral collection and survey on the way to our destination.
Alright then, how are we collecting those samples? The cargo receipt didn't mention much in the way of equipment.
This model of Sojourn vessel has the necessary equipment built in.
Oh, I didn't realize. Right, okay then, is there anything in particular we're looking for?
Everything, really. A full report on the content of the system's bodies, at least from a scattering of samples at key locations. Minerals in extracted rock, trapped gases across strata and ice to get a history of each world, atmospheric contents, microbes, if we're incredibly lucky, but I highly doubt that's going to happen. The data we currently have is just predictions from spectral analysis and findings on similar bodies. As far as we're aware, we'll be the first living things in that system.
Wow. Alright. Well then, I suppose it would be best to familiarize myself with the equipment the ship does have. That'll help me set my expectations at the very least.
Very good. First, let's go over the tools you have the most immediate use for.